What's wrong with you?
It's a our.
Come quiet.
To my channel. It is your boy Merce Day, and I'm back with another video today. Paris Part 2 here with Bay. We're gonna share some tips with y'all, some things that we learned while we're in Paris that hopefully will help you. Okay, so first things first, I got some notes right here. Booking tickets and how to get them for cheaper. How to save y'all some money. Bay, tell them about that.
Okay, so the way we booked tickets this time, the first time we went, I went through Expedia and I literally set the departure from Charleston. Was it Charleston last time?
It was Charlotte, I think.
Charlotte.
I think it was Charlotte.
So yeah, I set the departure from Charlotte to Paris. And by me doing that as one big bundle, I really didn't got a savings like that. They just really priced me, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Which is more convenient for Expedia. Yeah. You know, it really wasn't any thought into it. So this time, whenever we went, I was more intentional. So we flew out of Myrtle Beach and we booked 2 flights. So we did one set of flights leaving from Myrtle Beach to Newark. Then we left from Newark to Paris and we saved a bunch of money. I think our first flights, we flew Spirit. I mean, Spirit got us from Myrtle Beach to Newark. Yeah. And the ticket was like $45 per ticket. From Newark to Paris, I believe I spent around $700 per ticket, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a big savings compared to $900 a ticket whenever we first went, and we was taking 5 folks, so we had to save some money somehow.
Had to save some money. Keep in mind, this time we took our parents, and then his best friend went as well, so we needed to save some money.
So yeah, book 2 separate flights.
2 separate flights. Second thing on the list, if y'all remember from our first video, we told you do not use airport drivers. They'll approach you when you get to the airport, and we took our own advice. Very much a scam. We took our own advice this second Paris trip, and we used Uber. We found that we saved a lot of money.
$30. It's like $37.
It was like 30
for a van for 5 folks.
Well, euros, but
37, $40, under $40.
Yeah,
more than half the savings of last time.
Because last time it was like $100 or something just to go from the airport to the Airbnb.
Get on Uber. They don't have Lyft over there, but Uber is clutch.
Now, we are planning on going back to Paris. We used Uber for a majority of this trip and our first trip. We are planning on going back to Paris, and this time we're going to use more of like their transportation. See what that's like. See what the price is like.
More savings. Because by this time, we're like almost French folks.
Bonjour, je m'appelle.
Thomas.
Yes.
Ça va?
Right. Ça va bien? Très bien. Tip number 3, the VAT discount for all my labor whores.
Okay, so for the labor whores, whenever you travel abroad and you plan on shopping, and you know you want to go shopping, one thing you want to take advantage of is not tax write-offs, but tax deductions. So it's something called a VAT discount. We did spoke about this in our first video. I did not receive my VAT discount whenever we went the first time because the option I chose was to get my refund back on my debit card that I used to shop with. It's a good idea, but you have this one last step that I failed to do, which is send off or mail off my receipts. And it's at the airport, so it's like a extensive process that you do. It's like 3 different stops you have to make, but I didn't do the last stop. I did not put it into the box to have it mailed off so I can receive my refund. I didn't do that. So this time, my friend chose to do the debit card, the debit refund, and she had no problems with it. I'm sure she'll have a refund in about a week or so because she did mail off her receipts. This time we chose to do cash. So if you choose to do the cash option, you don't have to worry about mailing anything off. Once you get to the airport before you leave, they give you euros. And don't forget to get the euros exchange or converted to American currency. So we're just going to keep ours because we have about $200 in euros.
Yeah.
So we're going back. So we're just gonna keep them.
Well, I don't know if you know, I spent mine while I was there.
You spent yours?
I spent my convert. I spent it because I was like, I don't feel like getting this converted. Which is what I was going to add to this. Now, he ain't going to that with it, but the VAT discount, they put you through the ringer to get that discount back. Like, you got to go to this place, but it is worth it. I recommend, and they are going to charge you taxes on converting it. Just FYI, they don't tell you that. I recommend spend it while you're there. We haven't converted ours yet, but if you know you're going to go back to Paris, maybe you can save them. We're going to save ours probably. So that when we go back, we can use them. But I mean, if you know you're the type of person, you're going to want your money, you're going to want to be able to spend it, go ahead and spend it. Go ahead and get it converted so that you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I'm going to always choose cash shops because I'm really forgetful when it comes to things like that, you know? So give me the cash and I'll worry about it.
Give me my money. It's my money and I want it now.
Now.
Period.
You did it, Joe.
Period. Stop it. Real quick. Piggybacking off of the VAT discount. If you love Louis Vuitton, if you want to buy Louis Vuitton, make sure that you take your passport with you to the mall, wherever you're buying your Louis Vuitton from, because they're unique and they let you get your tax credit right there.
Much easier.
Yeah, and you have to have your passport with you right then and there.
Yeah, you don't have to do nothing with Louis Vuitton. You know,
Yeah.
you just do it all in the store. You take your passport to the store and they do it right then and there for you. So it's like no hassle with them.
Yes.
Only Louis V though.
I think it's just Louis Vuitton.
That's it.
It's Louis Vuitton. Next tip. Tip number 3, I believe.
Kumquat brick.
Kumquat.
Kumquat.
All right.
What's hard?
Then we can show the people how it look.
There's a small orange.
But we gotta show them how it look.
Okay,
Get one. No. I love fruit. When I came across this, I was like, let me try this. Let me show the people what it look like. Kumquat. So y'all, it's like a mini orange. Texture, everything. Feel like the skin of an orange.
And they have these in America too. We bought these.
Yeah, we bought these from Harris Teeter. But you can eat the whole thing and not like have to peel it.
Yeah.
These are much more sour than the ones in Paris. But kumquats.
Really good. Paris have a lot of fresh vegetables, fruits.
Yeah.
And it's like their stuff on steroids as it pertains to appearance, but they're really not. They're just grown really high quality.
Right.
So
yeah, so I guess we can talk about that a little bit. We actually went to a grocery store in Paris. And some of the things that we saw were very different. One of the things I saw was the eggs weren't in like
refrigerator.
They weren't like in the frozen section, like the deli section, like they were just sitting out on the shelf. I was like, wow, this is different. This is different.
Really crazy. And the corn, was it?
The corn wasn't either.
Potatoes.
Usually we find corn on the cob in the freezer frozen section. It's just sitting out. What else?
Just sitting out. They had these potatoes they weren't whole. It's almost like they was already diced up.
Oh yeah.
But you would think that they'd be in the fridge, but they weren't. A lot of that stuff is just sitting out because it's just so high quality. I mean, it's really fresh.
It tastes so much.
Orange juice. Oh.
So the grocery store had like this. They had like this orange squeezer. You could like get fresh orange. You can literally take the little jar up to it, and it'll squeeze fresh orange juice, and it was so good.
Yeah, it's like a basket of oranges that sit on top.
Yeah,
of the
that's what orange is, and it was so good. Oh god,
that was the best.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes.
So yes, the food overall there is just really good. Apart from the restaurants, we actually got to go to a grocery store this time and actually see how they eat day to day. Food was just
that was good because we actually cooked. I mean, for what, 2 days we cooked.
We cooked for 2 days, saved some money. Yeah,
that lamb was good.
The lamb was good. I tried lamb for the first time, y'all.
Exactly,
it was really good. I loved it.
Right.
I thought I wouldn't like it, but y'all know I'm picky. But I actually like the lamb. So you gonna be cooking me?
Okay, we get some tomorrow.
Okay. Very good. Back on tip 3. What was tip 3? Packing less. So we went to Paris for a week, and you may be tempted to pack a whole lot of stuff. But packing less is more.
Don't do it.
Don't pack more.
Do not do it.
Tell them about y'all experience when we first left at the airport.
The carry-on bag that you're used to, your roller carry-on, they're gonna charge you for that. I mean, unless you buy it in your plane ticket, but
A pretty penny.
The bags are no bigger than this. I'm sorry, baby. But the bags are no bigger than this. That is for free that they want you to carry onto the plane. If you're flying internationally. Domestically, a whole different ball game. But if you're flying internationally, your free bag have to be about this size here, this thin.
Well, that's the thing that was so unique to me because mine was
big.
Mine was a big one. I had one.
That was biased.
Let me go show them. Y'all, hold 1 second.
There was bias because I literally came through with a bag that was smaller than his, and here he come with this bag that looked like he had a mattress in there. And it's like, oh, have a safe flight. Like what? Look, y'all.
So y'all, this was my bag right here.
Look at this bag, y'all. Look at how.
And it was bigger than this because I had stuff in it.
Filled to the gill.
But you know what can I say? I got the favor of the Lord.
Yeah, you knew, but I was too mad about that now, for real.
But no, in all seriousness, don't
take anything.
Don't take too many big bags. Don't pack too much because when you come
like
back,
3 t-shirts and like 3 pants.
Yeah.
1 pair of shoes, 2 pair of shoes if you want. 1 shoe and a flip flop, some sandals.
Yeah.
Because if you intend to shop, which also leads us to our next one. If you plan on shopping, you want to make sure that you put all the stuff you buy in your check bag, because if you, of course, have in your carry-on, anything over $400 worth of merchandise, they tax you for it once you get back to U.S. territory. So it's better just to put it in your check bag. That way tell them, hey, I went for vacation. You don't got to tell them all money that you don't spend shopping. We almost made that mistake. I told him how much my shoes was that I had on my back. And he was like, yeah, don't tell me that no more. Just put it in your check bag. So if you go in the shop, you pack light and put all your merchandise in your check bag and bring it back over. Yes. Don't be walking through the airport with your Louis V bags, your Balenciaga bags, your Gucci bags. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, you gonna pay taxes on it.
As he stated, the shoes, and it made me think about our next one. So I'll just kind of go into that one. But you'll definitely need a pair of walking shoes. Like we said, we took Uber, but we also saw this time that we saw more by walking. One day we was walking. It was our anniversary. We was walking because the Uber was taking too long. Yeah. A lot of the Uber, we didn't put that on the list
at all.
But
I went back and checked my fitness app, and it said I took 15,000 steps that day. Any other day it was like 6,000 or something like that because it was Uber. Wow. But that day for our anniversary was 15,000 steps. Wow.
So I'm gonna put a pin right here. We took Uber this time, but it seemed like this time Uber rides took way long to get places.
You had to get out.
And I don't know if maybe it was the Olympics because the Olympics is Paris Olympics is coming up. So I don't know if that's what it was, but I still stand by the fact if you walk, you see more. Yeah. So we got to see a parade. What else did we see? We just saw a lot of different shops that we saw walking by.
I mean, things we passed by.
Yeah.
A lot of things we passed by we were able to see in person because we walked, got some real nice videos out. Kind of send mine to you. Maybe you can put them at the end or something like that. Yeah. And that orange juice machine, I think I got that too.
Okay, yeah.
That was lit.
That orange juice machine. So yeah, definitely pack some walking shoes for sure. And I think that's like tip 3 and 4, right? Tip 3.
Or 5 or 6.
No, I don't give any tips because I don't lost count. Yeah. But next tip, we talked about this in our first Paris video as well. Street vendors, being able to negotiate prices, that still stands true, and it standed true in this trip as well. But an additional tip that we want to give y'all is when you get to Paris, try to get you some euros on hand, that's like their cash currency, because a lot of places do not take credit cards or American money, and if they do, they charge more. Yeah. So try to have you some euros on hand. A lot of the street vendors we saw this time didn't take American money or credit cards. And yes, still negotiate. Anything you want to add to that?
Oh yeah, they are going to negotiate. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
If you swap your debit card in Paris, they're going to ask you to, whenever you swipe your card, they're going to say euros or they're going to say dollars. Make sure you always click euros.
Yeah.
And reason being is because they're going to take less money out of your account, if that makes sense.
Right.
Whenever they pop up that price in dollars, it's almost like an estimate I guess, an educated estimate that they do take out of your account.
Yeah.
So whatever that dollar amount is, they're gonna take that amount out your account.
Out your account.
But what I find is whenever you click euros, it's not usually that account or that amount. You know, almost like your bank transfer. It's not transfer. What's the word? All these languages got me just tied up right now.
I know.
Somehow they take it out your bank account and it's much less. You know, I can't think of the word right now, but yeah, you get it.
Okay. Next tip, nightlife. Tell us about nightlife.
So me and Bay did not engage in too much nightlife when we went the first time. We did a lot of tourist stuff. My friend went this time here, so we like to be outside sometime. So we went outside one night, but we couldn't get in nothing. We couldn't get in no place. Reason being, Paris is more strict when it comes to their nightlife. You have to reserve. I mean, and also you can reserve, but if your party is not big enough, you may still not get in. I mean, they're kind of real particular. It was 2 of us in the line, and we couldn't get in because, I mean, our party wasn't big enough. And the club sounded like it was jumping.
It did. It sounded like it was jumping. What did it sound like?
Boom, boom. Found love in a hopeless place.
They was playing that?
Young Thug.
They was playing that?
Yeah. Get a lot of just to live.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Wow.
We was outside that club real mad.
Well, make sure y'all make y'all reservations.
Yeah.
And I think you said bigger parties, get in faster.
Yeah, so if you know you going, well, I wouldn't say even go to Paris for the nightlife because you need a big party. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to, like, I guess, make an impact in the club, I guess, for some way. But yeah, I wouldn't say go to Paris just for nightlife because it's hell to get in, and you may not even get into it. So I mean, it's something
you do while you're already there.
You know, now we did find a bar. Bars are easy to get into. They play music, you know, but it's not gonna be that club vibe with the music, you know, that you know. You know, it's gonna be a bunch of French music. But we vibed out, and it was a good night. You know, we had a few shots. Wasn't bad.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Next tip.
Next.
So, as we stated, we took our parents and his best friend went. So, we had a lot of things planned each day. And we highly don't recommend that again. So, if you are going to Paris for an extended period of time, like we said, we went for a week, try to stick to one excursion or one activity per day. Because the days seem like they go by so fast. So fast there.
Yeah, real fast.
Paris is...
Maybe because it was getting dark at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. But it still seemed like the day. Yeah.
It didn't get dark until like 10.
It don't get dark till like 10 over there.
I don't think it was like that.
It throws you off.
I guess it was daylight saving time or something.
Because we went in when it was cold, but
yeah. Well, it was cold this time too.
It was.
Take your coat. That's another tip.
Yeah, and that's another tip.
Bring your coat. Bring your coat. Take all that because it's cold in Paris year round.
It was cooler. Like that was like our nighttime. Yeah.
Like their daytime with the sun was our nighttime.
It's like our nighttime. Yeah. So definitely take a coat. But yeah, try to stick to one activity per day. The days go by quick. They're like 6 hours ahead of U.S. time. So just keep that in mind.
Go by real fast.
We went to a lot of restaurants. We ate very good when we were in Paris.
We did.
I don't think we mentioned this in our first video, but I think we learned this in the first video. I think we learned this the first time we went to Paris. I'm not sure. But tips are included in your service when you go to restaurants. Now, they're not included here in the U.S. because they don't really make anything here. But over there, you know, they're more regulated.
They are paid well.
They are paid well, but they will try to play on you because they know you're American. They be like, tip, what they say?
And they believe that narrative, too. The tip is not included.
Tip is not included.
Yes, it is.
Nah, it's a wordplay because technically I guess it's not.
The tip is not included, but you make... I should have asked how much money you make an hour.
Yeah, like they're getting paid for the service that they're giving each time. Yeah. Like, so if you want to tip, you can still tip, but just keep that in mind that it's not like here.
They're getting paid well. Their servers are like getting paid money.
Not
$2 or $3 an hour.
And a lot of them are good servers.
They are really good because they get, I guess, because they make actual money.
Yeah,
they make livable money.
Now we love lemonade. Okay, we love lemonade since we got together. We love lemonade everywhere we go.
Yeah.
But lemonade there is like Sprite.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like
no lemonade that we know.
They're gonna be like, oh, lemonade. Oh, They're gonna bring you a Sprite.
Lemonade? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Meanwhile, Sprite.
Sprite. I remember the first time we got. I was like, "What is it? This ain't what I ordered." But it is Sprite there, so just keep that in mind. They don't really have. Well, I don't think they really have lemonade. I never saw lemonade unless you go to the store.
I ain't even saw no lemonade, to be honest.
I saw some like.
I was scared to taste that.
I was scared to taste it, but
Tell them about the tap.
oh yes, tap. So if you like water, you want you some just water. Ask for tap water in the restaurants because it's free. And if you don't ask for tap specifically, they're gonna bring you sparkling water, or they're gonna bring bottled water, and you're gonna have to pay.
They're gonna bring you a big bottle of bottled water that's gonna be like $10 or $15 on your bill.
You have to pay for that.
But if you specifically say I want tap, every time I said I want tap, it was like bottle. I said no. Tap.
They don't like that.
I said tap.
They don't like that.
She looked at me like, how do you know?
How do you know this? One time we went, the guy was like, okay.
Yeah, like he didn't even brought it. I was like, where's the tap? He was like, yeah. So that's a hack.
That's a big hack.
That's really a hack. They want to charge you for everything, you know, because they know that you're American. Learn a little French as well, you know.
Yes,
like,
we didn't include that, but yeah.
Learn a little French. You know, that's going to make it a lot easier. A lot easier.
Because some of the places I've noticed now more this time, they didn't really know English that well.
Yeah, that
like,
yeah.
So, especially at the mall.
Oh, God, yeah.
They didn't really know English, so know a little bit of French.
That's going to get you by.
Yes.
Oh, and the bugs before we go. There's no bugs like that.
We ate outside maybe 2 or 3 times, and there were no bugs.
Almost every time we ate outside because the restaurants are like open.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they have a doorway, but I guess in the daytime they heist windows up and push things back. But I didn't find not one fly, not one gnat. Yeah.
And like we do here, we fanning all the time. We can't go out there in the summer.
You barely can take your plate outside.
It was different here. I think maybe it's got something to do with the temperature too, like the weather. Maybe
it's like more colder there always.
Yeah.
But I would expect to at least fan a fly.
Something, but no.
But yeah, you don't have to worry about the nuisance of flies, gnats, and all that other stuff.
No, not at all. One more thing.
Tip number 100.
I think this is the last tip, right? Yeah, no, we got one more tip after this one. Y'all, we got to the Airbnb. They didn't have washcloths. They didn't have no washcloths. We had towels. We had hand towels, but we didn't have any like rag. Now I call them rag. But you know, washcloths. They didn't have no washcloths. The stores don't have washcloths, and I think we noticed this the first time we went, but I didn't think about it. So that'd be something I definitely remember next time.
First time did.
Yeah. So if you're going to Paris, make sure you pack your own washcloths because they will not have any there. Or what did they call it? We call it.
I don't know. I call it sponge.
It's like a little scrunchie. Not a scrunchie. Not a scrunchie, Lord.
Pack your wash sponge.
I can't remember what the thing called. But take your rag or take whatever you use to bathe with because they probably will not have it there. Okay. Last tip.
What was that last tip?
The Pinger app.
The what?
Pinger app.
Oh yeah, that was.
So both of our moms use a prepaid cellular service provider. And if you don't know what that means, basically if you know you're paying prepaid, Straight Talk, Boost Mobile,
Now Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T,
Metro, I think
they do have like a prepaid.
They have a prepaid component.
Service,
yeah.
But if your service provider does not offer an international plan, then you might want to download.
Pinger
before you even get on the plane.
Before you go there,
because you cannot access it over there. Yes. Unless you connect to someone's hotspot.
And if you get an Airbnb or whatever, or hotel even, you probably have a good source or a way to get on Wi-Fi, and you can make calls back to the U.S.
Yeah.
Now, if
you cannot download it on their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you have to download it on.
We tried on your mama's phone, right?
Yeah, it didn't work.
I tried on my mom's phone as well. We connected to the hotspot that was there, but when we went to go download Pinger, it would not. It wouldn't even pull up. It wasn't even searching Pinger. We didn't have access to those American apps until I actually got on Wi-Fi, and then we was able to access them.
Yeah. Keep that in mind. Also, I think we mentioned this in the last video. If you have Verizon, AT&T, FirstNet, all those things, make sure you call, have your international plan put on before you go. If you've already went international before, then you shouldn't have a problem with it. But if you haven't, make sure you call so that you can make phone calls outside of the U.S. And there you have it. Those are our tips. Things that we got. Second time around going to Paris. We definitely took a lot more back with us this time than we did the first time. We hope y'all can use it. Save you some money, save you some time, save you some heartache.
No, for real.
Alright.
For real. It was
So
fun though.
I had a good time. We had a good
Yeah, I
time.
really did enjoy this trip.
We had a really good time. Really good time. A lot of big things happened. So a lot of y'all may know, if you follow me on social media, you may know that while we were in Paris, this one right here, ooh, this one right here proposed while we were in Paris. So we got engaged while we were in Paris. And y'all, it was such a surprise to me because he always play around like, oh, let's get married. I think you had just said it the night before, and you had just said it the day of, because it was on our anniversary. And we was walking around, like I said, we was walking around. He was like, oh, it would be
Let's
nice.
get married right now.
Yeah, let's get married right now. Like, just joking. I was like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, well, man, that would have been nice. Or that would have been nice to get engaged. In my mind, I was thinking that, not knowing, he was actually planning on doing it later. So when he actually did it at Eiffel Tower that night, I was just like,
Y'all need to see that.
what?
Maybe we should insert that video.
Are you for real? You for real? Like, it's happening right now? And I was like a little, like, my mind was like so off because all of our parents was like coming. So like, it was supposed to be coming, and he was just so adamant on going to the Eiffel Tower. Like, when we first got back to the area, I was like, why are we going to, we're supposed to be going to eat. Why are we going to the Eiffel Tower?
Now, he did not know a thing.
So I didn't know.
I thought he knew.
And he thought I knew.
But he didn't know.
I didn't know anything, y'all. Didn't know.
Show me the
Now,
ring.
I
Show me
had,
the ring.
oh yes. Y'all see it. Y'all get into it. Get into it. The camera ain't doing it
Long
justice.
hours.
It's not doing it justice. The long
Long
all the
hours.
I appreciate it, babe. I appreciate it.
But it's paid off. Check. Check.
So yeah, that was, I'm still on high from that. Still on high from that. Very, very thankful and blessed to have him.
Another kumquat.
Oh yeah, give me another.
Kumquat. Kumquat break. Oh, this was juicy.
When you first bite into it, it was like
A sour. Then it got real sweet.
Then it got real sweet. That's a message in that. But yeah, y'all, we engaged. Went to Paris. We had a great time. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Wait, let me, where my little bracelet? It's your
I
bracelet.
took mine off.
Took yours off.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month. Because love wins. Because
For
love
sure.
always wins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Y'all already know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Again, hope y'all got something from this video. Hope you can take something from it. Save you some money, like I said. And until we see each other again, y'all be good. Peace.